More rumors hint to what to expect for the specifications of the Galaxy S7. Google's internal revenue figures go public as part of a lawsuit for Android, and HTC makes some very positive corporate shuffles today. I'm Jaime Rivera, and believe it or not, I started celebrating pretty much 3 days ago. When did you start? This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begins with HTC as the company continues to prove that they will take smartphones seriously. They've made some very important promotions within the company. Just to mention one, Jason Mackenzie from the United States now being promoted to EVP, and the company continues to commit to important things like Marshmallow on the One M9. Stay tuned for that one. But then when we talk about deceased companies, let's move the spotlight over to Nokia as the company has just published its vision for the future. And even though it's not making smartphones just yet, we do see a lot of things like networking, IoT, home solutions. We do see the company's $60,000 360-degree camera, and we do see a smartphone here and there. Well, we're not exactly sure when we will get some of these. Stay tuned as we do expect for the whole deal with Microsoft to end by the end of this year. We'll probably see something in 2017. Now let's talk about Apple. For those of you doubting that the company would ever move to VR, we heard that the company made some acquisitions that had to do with that, and now we hear that they've hired Doug Bowman, which is an expert in VR, professor from a specific university that did a lot for the Microsoft HoloLens. And apparently Microsoft actually allowed for this to happen. So we're not exactly sure if we should expect anything from VR going forward, but if anything, we should learn more about it later this year. And by now we are already done with so many leaks of the Galaxy S7. Let's just get this phone announced at MWC. We are expecting that to happen, and we continue to hear more conflicting rumors, but this time from more trusted supply chain sources that claim 5.1 inches for the regular Galaxy S7 and 5.5 inches for the Edge variant. Again, it's really hard to predict if Samsung is really going to make these changes or just launch a ton of phones. Knowing Samsung, it'll most likely be launch a ton of phones, but stay tuned. And finally, the very interesting news today have to do with Google because, well, you know that the company is going on this ongoing legal battle with Oracle, and it seems that the company was forced to provide numbers for how much money it's made on Android. We've known that Google has historically kept this a secret, but apparently it's made $31 billion overall ever since the inception of Android, $22 billion of which is profit. And if you think that's a lot of money, it's actually not. I mean, the company made $18 billion in profit just last quarter alone, so we just know that Android barely scratches the surface of how much money Google makes through Android. But hey, it leads me to the question of today. Are you okay with companies like Google and even Apple hiding certain numbers, or do you feel that these companies should be blunt and say this is how much money we're making for every specific product? In my case, I do feel that that should be the case because, hey, that'll give us a better scope of what the companies are actually doing or what the future will be of the platform. But leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know your opinion. Friends, as always, you know the drill. If you want to get the news earlier before this video is filmed, make sure you follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You can also follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera, on Instagram at Jaime Rivera. You can now follow us on Vessel as well, vessel.com/pocketnow. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I am Jaime Rivera. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next week.